Hi everybody, this is Carla with Cobweb Corner and welcome to FlossTube number 53. It is January 31st, 2021. And if you haven't joined me before, this is a channel about cross stitch and my online cross stitch store. So welcome, and if you're coming back, thanks for rejoining me. I got quite a bit to share with you today. First, some bad news. We had a death in our family this week, and my mother-in-law's husband passed away. He had been ill. It wasn't anything to do with COVID or anything. He actually had cancer for a couple of years, but kind of went a little bit suddenly. So it was sad for us. And they are in Upper Minnesota, and we're not able to go to the funeral because of COVID. And that's just sad, but we figure it's better to be safe. And my husband's mother, my mother-in-law, agrees, but it's really sad. My husband's father passed away over 30 years ago, and my mother-in-law remarried the year after we got married. So they had been married for 27 years, and just a wonderful, wonderful man. The grandpa to my granddaughter, or to my daughter. Sorry, I'm a little upset. It's just something you got to get through, and COVID just makes it all that much worse. But the good news is my husband retires in 2 weeks, February 12th. And since we aren't able to go, we decided not to go to the funeral because there's actually a very large extended family, and we felt there would be too many people there for it to be safe for everyone. So he is going to instead go up after he retires, like within a day or two after he retires, and spend at least a week with his mom. And I actually think that's best because that's when the time, everything settles down, and she starts to have it sink in that she's alone in the house, and he'll be able to be there and help her with some projects, and just be there for her and spend a little bit more personal time. So that was kind of sad. That just happened on Tuesday. Other than that, we've had a lot of snow. It's snowing today. Actually, it's just finishing. We've had, I don't know how many inches over the last week or so. But the bad thing was we had ice underneath the snow all day yesterday. So about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, it started raining, and it was pretty slushy. It was like right at 30, 31, 32 all day. And then last night it snowed, and we got, oh boy, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 inches. My husband is out pushing snow right now. So I kind of like it when it snows, but I hate it when it rains and freezes. I like it when it snows like 3 times a year. I'd like to get like a nice big snow, and then, have it be kind of fun, and then be done. Actually have quite a bit of personal stitching news. So my work in progress is I've been working on Bluebird of Happiness by I just went back. Cottage Garden, my goodness, Cottage Garden Samplings. I always get this and the word samplings and samplers mixed up between all the different names. So I'm stitching this on, let's see, it's a 28 count 1/1. And I got quite a bit done. I finished this entire section here, and I finished up the colored part of the bluebird, and you can just barely see the white underside of the bluebird. So when you look at the design, I've got all of this done, and probably down to about here, and then I've got the bluebird. So I only have this part here and then this little corner. So that's really coming along, and I'm really happy with it. Trying to remember what color this is. It was something gray. I'll have to look it up. But I'm having a terrible time. So I'm stitching this in the called for colors, which is Weeks Dye Works, and my floss knots all the time. So I'm constantly turning it over to finish off my thread, and there's a big piece of knot there, and it gets frustrating. Then I had talked a few weeks ago about starting this project, and it is Garden Fair by Courtney Collection. And I did go ahead and I ordered, it's only stitched in 2 colors. So it's stitched in black Overa Soie Silk Noir and Crescent Colors Belle Soie Tulip. And the black has no variegation at all, but the red has quite a bit. And I've never stitched with silks before. And first of all, ka-ching. I don't carry silks in my shop, so I can't get them at wholesale. And yeah, it was like $56 for the 2 colors of thread. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to order a lot more, because the original was stitched, it just says vintage 40 count over 2. So I'm assuming it was stitched 1 thread over 2, 1 skein over 1 strand of floss over 2 threads. But I'm stitching it on 32 count, and I'm stitching over 2 also. But I decided I needed to use 2 strands of thread, especially in the red. It was the strands were quite thin. The black kind of got me a little bit. It's a much thicker thread. I wish that the designer had chosen thread by the same company so that they filled the same. But I stitched a little bit with 1 strand, and I stitched a little bit with 2 strands, and I went with 2. So I just started this yesterday, and first of all, it's going to be huge. So this is what I've got done. But look how long it is. It's like, oh my gosh. And it goes quick because, relatively quick, because you're only stitching in 2 colors, so you can really color stitch. But, and then I just have do you ever have this sinking feeling that you didn't cut enough fabric? I'm like, I really hope this is, but it's not super wide. So I've already gotten to here. So it only goes over to there, but then of course it's real long. But I think it's just going to be stunning. And I don't know if you can see the thread coverage. So that's 2 strands of thread. And I'm really excited about it. I just want to only work on this right now. And then the other problem I'm having is I want to keep this as clean as possible. So normally when I'm working on a small project, I roll up my thread and roll up my fabric, and I keep the extra fabric in one of these peels. And so this would just go around the fabric. These are originally designed to go around your thread, to keep your thread from unraveling, like spools of thread. But there's too much fabric there to do that. So if you have a suggestion, right now I'm just rolling it up so it's wrong side, and then I'm putting a towel on my lap because I usually wear blue jeans, and blue jeans can rub off quite a bit onto your fabric. So I'm protecting it that way, but I'm just really worried that it's going to get extra dirty. So so let me know what you do. But that's my start, my new start, and I'm really excited about that. And then I have decided, so I showed you this book. This is by Blackbird Designs, Home for the Holidays. I showed you this a while ago, and there's a design in here I want to stitch, and it's called "'Tis the Season." It's in French. C'est la saison pour être joyeux. So it's the season to be happy or joyous, and that's the design. Oops. And I've ordered, this is also done in, where's the chart? It's also done in Belle Soie silks, And I went ahead and ordered those because it's actually a pretty small design. I think you're only going to need one skein of each one. But I'm really hesitant on the fabric. So the chart calls for Pear by Lakeside Linen, and I looked that up to order that because I don't carry the only fabric I carry is witch oak, and the pear was like green. It didn't look anything like this picture at all. So then I thought maybe I could use the same. So the fabric that I'm stitching this on, I ordered a yard of, and this is Platinum by I forget who. I'll have to look that up too. I'm terrible about writing this stuff down. But I'm wondering if I could use this. But then Helen D, she has a FlossTube channel, and her and I have become kind of online friends, and she has stitched this piece, and she said she stitched it on blue so that the snowflakes really popped. And I think the snowflakes show pretty good on this color. So once I get my floss, I'll do a floss toss on the Platinum, and I'll see what that looks like. But that's going to be my next start. I don't care about stitching Christmas in the summer or Halloween in February or whatever. I just stitch whatever. Whoops. Yep, there went that. So I was really happy to get that book because I had thought after I showed the design to you on a previous FlossTube, I thought, I should pull one of those out of my stock so that I make sure I have it. And then I had my year-end sales, and they all sold out. And I thought, well, that's okay. I'll order another one. Nobody had them. So I contacted one of my wholesale suppliers, and they wrote back and said, no, that's out of stock. That's out of print. We're not selling that anymore. And I'm like, oh, man, now I got to go search for this chart. So I contacted another wholesale supplier, and they said, yeah, it's on order. We should get it in soon. And I'm like, okay, I hope they get it. And they did. So I ordered 6 copies and pulled one for myself. So that's it for my personal stitching. I actually stitched quite a bit. I don't stitch very long every night, but I'm trying to stitch at least 30 to 40 minutes. So, okay, winners from last FlossTube. The first one is 4 season boxes, and we had 11 people interested in that, and the winner is Elaine Martin. And the next one is Threadworks Primitive Merry Winter, and we had 16 people interested in that, and the winner is Roxanne Ashland. And the next one is Gray Goose Sampler, and then it also has a companion piece with it. This is by Bright Needle. There were 8 people interested in that, and the winner is Anne Mousseau. And the last one is Prairie House Sampler by With Thy Needle and Thread, and we had 14 people interested in that one, and the winner is Rachel Turner. So if I just called your name, you need to email me at the address that's down below in the more information section, and put in the subject line FlossTube winner, and then I need your mailing address so that I can get that out to you. So, all right, business topic for today is what kind of mistakes do I make in my business? And especially mistakes that, can make people not very happy. The biggest one I make is when my online inventory is wrong. And so somebody orders something and then I don't actually have it in stock. And since I sell, and I don't ever, that's never intentional. I only sell items that I currently physically have in my possession. But, I have, 7,000 items in my inventory. And that's a lot to, when you're human, you try to keep it accurate. So how does that happen? There's a few reasons. One of the reasons is I have 2 charts by the same title, and I enter the inventory under the wrong publisher. So I might have a winter seasons by one publisher and a winter seasons by another publisher. And when I go into my inventory, I pick the wrong publisher. And so then when somebody orders it, I don't actually have that design, and I can't fill that order. Another one is, especially with floss, for my counts just get wrong. Um, and I'm not quite sure if I'm just really bad at math or what, but I actually, when I get new floss in, I count how many I got in, and then I enter that new number, and then I put it away, and I count if there's any remaining. So if I got 10 of a color in, and my inventory on my computer inventory says I have 12, have 2 in stock, then I change the inventory to 12, and then I stand up and I go to my floss rack, and I actually verify that there were still 2 in count in inventory, so that I do have 12. But sometimes that just gets off. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does. Another mistake. So that's kind of and that's the most disappointing. Well, one of the most disappointing mistakes for me, especially if it's a new customer, and especially if it's an item I can't reorder. So sometimes people. And one time, just recently, I just felt horrible. Someone said, "Do you have such and such in stock?" And I just went online and looked, and I didn't get up and verify it. And I said, "Yes, we have one in stock. Here's a link for you to purchase it." And they purchased it. And then I couldn't find it. And it was something that's out of print. And she's like, rightfully so. I asked you if you had this in stock, and you told me you did. So lesson learned, after this, when somebody takes the time to, contact me, I won't rely on my computer to tell me that it's in stock. I'll actually get up and see. Another thing that I do wrong is send the wrong item. And I don't do this very often, but a couple times there's this chart called Remember Me, and it's by Blackbird Designs. And there was a period where I was just selling that one right after another. But then I have another chart that's called Remember Me, that's actually a Halloween chart by Birds of a Feather. And I had 2 people order Remember Me, and when I fill out my inventory and print out my pick list, it actually tells me the publisher, who what drawer I need to go to find the item. And I sent them both the Blackbird design chart, and they both wanted the Birds of a Feather chart. So, that was frustrating too. And another recent time I did that, someone ordered Sir Thomas, the turkey by Glendon Place, and she had ordered Sir Thomas embellishment pack plus the floss pack, and I sent her the floss pack and the chart. And I feel really, really bad when that happens, but most of the time customers are really nice, and they say, "Hey, I received the wrong item, can we take care of that?" And either I tell them to keep the item, or I will send the correct item along with a prepaid envelope for them to return the item I sent in error. So then the worst thing, I think, is I send it to the wrong person. This happens very, very rarely on my regular orders, but it's happened a couple times when I'm doing my auctions, because my auctions I have to organize manually, and I usually have like 30 to 33 auction listings at a time, and I end up with about anywhere from 15 to 17 different winners. And I created an Excel spreadsheet and have the name, and then have the items that they won, and I go by that when I'm creating invoices and shipping things out. And every once in a while I get off a line in my Excel spreadsheet, and I send something to the wrong person, and then that's just a real mess. I just absolutely hate when I do that. And people, for the most part, thank you, are really nice. And then what I do is I send them a prepaid label that they can print out, and ask them to please stick that, remail that. And if they have any costs incurred, then I reimburse their costs. But that causes huge delays, and it's very frustrating to open up your package and say, "Yeah, this is not my order." So, yeah. The other thing that doesn't happen much anymore is an incorrect address. And that's usually because in the past, it used to be people would just give me an incorrect address. And sometimes people don't even fill in their whole address. Like one time, someone was from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and they just like wrote P, Pennsylvania. And I'm like, okay, where is that? And so I have to go online and type in the zip code, and okay, that's Philadelphia. And it's like, okay, if you're having something shipped to you, make sure your address is correct. But now I use a program that I pay for that has a bunch of benefits. It costs me $29 a month, and all of my orders from all of my shops. So if I sell something on eBay or on my online website, and then I have 3 Etsy shops. And anytime I get an order from those are automatically pulled into my shipping program. And my shipping program, first of all, it gives me commercial rates. So I get reduced rates on what I ship. Not a lot, but every penny counts. And then it also does address verification, and it will tell me if someone's address is unknown. And sometimes it's unknown because it's a new construction and it's just hasn't been updated in the Postal Service directory yet. But oftentimes there's something wrong, like they typed just the letter C instead of circle, or they say CR instead of county road and stuff. So it lets me go out and verify. And then sometimes it's wrong. And so if I really can't, and so what I do is I copy the address they gave me along with the city and the state, and I paste that into Google, and then I see if I can find that on Google Maps. And if I really can't find it, then I try to contact the customer. I could have address verification on my website when you check out, but it's really expensive. It's like $20 a month for that. And that, that adds up pretty quick too. So those are just a few. I make other mistakes, but those are the ones that mostly affect customers. And, I'm human. Sometimes people are really, really rude about it. And that upsets me because, you're human, and you just got to expect something. But I don't like it when I get wrong stuff too. But I always send out an email first, really nice, saying, hey, this isn't right. What can we do to make this right? And that goes a long way. So just know that if I ever make a mistake on your order, that I feel horrible. I hate it. I just hate it. And I will always do whatever I can to make it right. The worst is when I can't replace what it is that I made the mistake with. And I hate that. But anyway, that's my business topic today. So new inventory. We have some fun new inventory. Lots of new releases and lots of things that are a little bit older but are new to Cobweb Corner. So one of the things I like to do is when I'm placing an order with Hoffman or Witchelt or Yarn Tree, I kind of just browse their site and look for things that just by the style that I know my customers will like, and whether they're old or new, oftentimes I'll order those. And this is the 1999 Lizzie Kate Santa, and it's called Merry Ho Ho. So I got that in stock. And then I don't know if I'll show them all to you, but I decided to update my variety of stitching with the housewives. So I got the Truckin' Along March. Sorry for the glare. I hope to be in my craft room soon. At least the lighting's a little better today. Be Mine. Be My Valentine. Truckin' Along January. Truckin' Along November. Hello Winter. I really like when designs are based on artists like original artwork. These are by Priscilla Blaine's chalk art. And that one is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And Merry Little Christmas. Up on the Housetop. Whoop, got two of those. Boo to You. Looks like a nice quick stitch. And they always have so many unique ways to finish their project. Trick or Treat. Look at the plaid skirt on this witch. I like that. And kind of almost looks like a candy corn hat. And Floyd in Flurry. A fox with a little snowman in his cup. So those are new by Stitching with the Housewives. Okay, and then, sorry, I got a box here. Brand new by Stony Creek is Winter Divisions of Nature mini sampler or mini series. And these are pretty easy, quick stitches. The stitch count, they're 150 wide by only 38 high. And there's 4 of these in the series, and all 4 are in stock, I think. Then I have Poinsettia 101 by Kesslins. This is small. It's 78 by 86. And brand new by Stony Creek, and this is a new release also. Brand new by Stony Creek is Merry Christmas Santa, another quick stitch. And brand new by Stony Creek, Noel, Noel. It says, Noel, Noel, born as the King of Israel. Brand new by Stony Creek, Peace Snowman with Birds. I think there's another Peace Snowman chart by Stony Creek. And always popular by Stony Creek, another brand new release, Winter Rest. They're tractors, they're country scenes with tractors. Another one by Kesslins that's brand new is Miss Poinsettia. And look at that. If you can see it, there's a face and hands and feet. I think that's really cute. And that is 117 by 117. And this is an older one. 25. It's stitch count's only 25 by 25. And it is from 2009, Christmas Markings Presents by Heart and Hand. Another brand new release by Stony Creek is Winter Bell Pull, and this is really beautiful. So there's the word winter, and then there's another word starting with each letter. So it says worship, inspire, oh goodness, nestle, is that right? Worship, inspire, nestle, treasure, embrace, and reflect. But look at the scenes. Look at these woodland scenes. Aren't they beautiful? And you know, you could stitch one and just have W, whatever the word is, worship, but very much a Stony Creek theme style, but it's really beautiful. This one's got a snowman and a sled. And the stitch count on that is, the stitch count of each block is 82 by 82. Brand new by Stony Creek, the 12 Days of Christmas Ornament Series. And another one by Kesslins, another poinsettia. It's called Beth's Poinsettia, and it's very detailed. It's only 89 by 90 stitches, but there are a ton of different colors in this one. So look at the list of floss colors right there in the middle. All DMC. but that is really detailed. Isn't it beautiful? And it was stitched, the model was stitched on 25 count linen 1/1. But that's really realistic. I love that one. And then this one is just, sorry, swallowed wrong. This one is so cute. Christmas in the Kitchen Tea by Luminous Fiber Arts. Isn't that cute? And that one's only 52 by 52. Another quick stitch. Another brand new one by Stony Creek, Our Neck of the Woods. This would look so good. It says, welcome to our neck of the woods. And this would look really good in a cabin or a lodge. Sometimes it's hard to find things that, you know, aren't feminine. Here is the Spring Division of Nature series. And I already had summer and winter earlier. These are brand new releases. New release by La Di Da is Nutcrackers. Nutcrackers 3. Brand new release by The Blue Flower is A Friend. It's called Language of Flowers, Friendship. And it says, a friend loveth at all times. And this is chrysanthemums. And it says the chrysanthemum flower is used to symbolize friendship, particularly a bronze chrysanthemum. And this one was released a little while ago, but I just got it in stock. Rest a While, W-I-L-E, by Plum Street Samplers. And then I got some older Shepherd's Bush. And the reason I kind of went back, first of all, I like Shepherd's Bush. They're a unique style, but they're also, the older ones are very inexpensive. So this one is called Brave Flags, and it says, flags of white and red and blue, wave for people brave and true. And this only retailed for $4, so it's $3.55 on our site. And another one that's $4 is just Flag, Old Glory, Grand Old Flag. Brand new by Kathy Barrick, 8 Tiny Reindeer. And it's got all of the reindeer with their names underneath. And Santa, looks like Santa's holding feed buckets. That one was, let's see, that one's 119 by 244. Another one by Shepherd's Bush is Celebrate Everything. This one just retails for $6, so I think it would be $5.35 on our site. New by Kathy Barrick, Pennsylvania Fractor Heart. And this one is 115 by 114. And let's see, is this one new? This one's from 2014. This is a Quaker Birth Sampler by Rosewood Manor. Super quick stitch if you're looking for a baby gift. And it gives it in color in blue and pink. And you've got room for a name here, but then you can personalize it here. So they give alphabets and numbers, so you can put in a date or a weight, things like that in the lower squares. This one I bought, let's see, I don't know if this has a date of when it was published, but I saw this, and there are so many Jane Austen fans that I picked it up. And it's called Jane Austen Sampler by River Drift House Needlework Designs. And I'm going to read what it says here. I'll probably cover this in my Sampler Sunday series sometime. But it says, I designed this sampler to commemorate the bicentenary of the death of one of the world's best-loved writers, Jane Austen. There's more, but I'll cover that later. So I thought that was really cool. And then this one's from 2012 by Rosewood Manor. 4 corners. Let's see. Yep, just 4 corners. Rosewood Manor has such beautiful designs. And last, this one's a brand new release. I love this design. Dorney Lane by Rosewood Manor. Isn't that beautiful? And then it gives another design, just the center part, and it says, see, be creative. And it gives an alphabet that you can, so this example, and the charts on the inside, but this example has the word welcome. You could do just the flower, or you could put other words in there. I think that was kind of neat. So that's it for new inventory. Oh, shoot. Hang on. I got some other things to show you. Sorry about that, but I really wanted to show you these. Kitty and Me Designs, Pamela Kellogg. She came out with 5 new colorful cats. This is my favorite, Sunflower and Shamrock and Mardi Gras and Pansy and Cupid. And we have an ongoing stitch along for any of the charts in the colorful series. So there's colorful cats, there's a lot of colorful cats, colorful bunnies, colorful owls, an eagle, and a lion. I think that's everything. Bunnies, yeah. So I'll put a link to the stitch along down below. You're welcome to join us. You get a small discount on the charts if you're a member of the stitch along, and you can see how people are finishing them, and you get to see so there's so many designs in this series that you get to see a lot of them stitched up. So I hope you join us. We also still have the We Won Bird stitch along going on. I'll put a link to that down below. Let's see what else has been going on. Don't forget about our online auctions. The online auctions are a lot of fun, and I put out things that are not listed. Very, very rarely have anything that's listed on my website. Sometimes there's some real unicorn items, and sometimes there's just some things that are exciting, like this last auction had all 5 kits in the Satsuma Street Nutcracker series, and that was a lot of fun. So also want to give a call out to Noelle. Noelle sent me a box of cross stitch items that some of them I put in the auction, some of them I'm going to use for giveaways, and others will be listed on my site. She decided she didn't want to stitch Santa Clauses anymore and sent me a whole box of charts, and I was just flabbergasted when I opened it. It was said she didn't want anything for it. I did give her a little bit for it, but she just wanted to say, she goes, I'm not going to stitch these anymore, and I'm hoping you can help find these a good home. And it was just really, really wonderful to get that. So thank you, Noelle. Also, don't forget about my other 2 series that I've been doing on my FlossTube channel. Sampler Sunday and Throwback Thursday. I've done 2 Sampler Sundays, and I can tell some people don't like them because I usually lose a few subscribers, but other people are really enjoying them. So I pick about 8 or 10 samplers and give more detail on them. And then Throwback Thursday, I also got a lot of good comments where I picked some way older charts that I have in my inventory from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and highlighted those, some things that you might not think about. And again, those older charts are often very inexpensive. So they're options. You know, you don't need to just stitch what everybody's stitching on FlossTube. You can branch out, try older designers, try early designs by some of your favorite designers, things like that. And we have a lot of out of print items too that I'll try to highlight. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm excited to spend some time stitching on my garden fair design this week, and maybe pick up my Bluebird of Happiness and see how that goes. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you, oh yeah, I hope you subscribe. Oh, on the giveaways, new giveaways. Sorry, can't stop without that. On the new giveaways, you need to be a subscriber, and you have to be over 18 years of age. So what I'm going to do is give away 3 charts of my personal charts that I finished stitching and don't need anymore. So 2 of them I tried to give away before, and the winners never contacted me. So the first one is Miss Peepers by Little House Needleworks. This was a lot of fun to stitch. So if you would like this chart, use the word Peepers, P-E-E-P-E-R-S, in your sentence. And the other one is Plum Street Samplers Summer Delivery. Again, I love this one. I need to get these fully finished. So use the word delivery. And the last one is the one I just finished, Burr, It's Cold Outside by With Thy Needle and Thread. And use the word cold. So again, be a subscriber, be over 18. Okay, I think that's it. Happy stitching, everybody, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.